What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Duga, coming at y'all with another video, man. And today, man, I'm going to talk about a couple of games that took place and also some breaking news that broke today. You had the Seattle Seahawks beating the Pittsburgh Steelers 28 to 26, and you also had the Baltimore Ravens beating the Arizona Cardinals 23 to 17. And also big breaking news, you have Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger will have elbow surgery and he will miss the remainder of the 2019 season. Basically handing the keys over to Mason Rudolph to run this football team. First I'm gonna start off, man, with the Baltimore Ravens and the Arizona Cardinals. Obviously Baltimore improves to 2-0. Arizona falls to 0-1-1. But I think both teams have something to be proud of, man. First, when you look at the Baltimore Ravens, man, the Lamar Jackson, Hollywood Brown slash Mark Andrews connection has been legit so far, man. Um, Lamar ja- Lamar Jackson is hitting Mark Andrews, man, and this tight end is looking like he's in for a big year, yo. As also the other former first round tight end Hayden Hurst, he also got in the end zone also. And late in the game, with the game on the line, trying to seal the deal, trying to basically run the clock, you have Lamar Jackson going up top to Hollywood Brown, man, to Marquise Hollywood Brown, and that pretty much was the dagger, yo. It's a good team, man, especially with everything going on with Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. We're gonna wait to see what Cleveland do week 2. Baltimore is looking like a real solid team, looking like a real contender the best team in the AFC North right now. Not only is Lamar Jackson throwing the ball pretty precisely, not only has he found two nice targets in tight end Mark Andrews and rookie wide receiver Marquise Hollywood Brown, but you got a really good solid run game with Mark Ingram, man, who is bringing a nice physicality as long as a swagger to this offense. He's a really good running back. And defensively, Baltimore is going to always play defense, man. When you got Earl Thomas back there on the back end, you got guys, up front getting to the quarterback, yo. And this is also with losses like C.J. Mosley and Eric Weddle in free agency, yo. Um, sky's the limit for this team, man. Really nice win. Now, granted, they never had the toughest of schedules yet. Obviously they had the horrendous Miami Dolphins week 1, and the upstart, but not quite there yet. Arizona Cardinals at home yesterday. It's still two solid wins ahead of a big time matchup next week as they take on Pat Mahomes and those Kansas City Chiefs. And for the Arizona Cardinals, man, I mean, obviously it's Murray's rookie year, man. Larry Fitzgerald. How about Larry Fitzgerald, man? Old man Fitzgerald is out there still getting it done, still making key catches, still beating coverages and still getting open and making plays, man. And it's not just him. Christian Kirk is also making some plays out there. Keyshawn Johnson is out there making plays. Not that one, but this youngster, man. Bird out there making plays, yo. If they could just find a way to fix, they get a little decent of a pass rush, but if they could find ways, now they are missing Patrick Peterson for the first 6 weeks of the season. Once they get him back and they could continue to get a little pass rush, this team will continue to improve more and more throughout the season. But I definitely think they found their quarterback. They just gotta find a way to get Kyler Murray started a little earlier in the game, man. But his last two second halves and fourth quarters, man, have been spectacular. It's been spectacular, yo. Kyler Murray is doing his thing, man. I think he's like the second rookie to start off his career with 300-yard passing in both games. I think the other one was Cam Newton. So shout out to Kyler Murray for that, man. Big time performance by him. The team fell a little short. David Johnson, he's doing okay out there. He's doing solid, man. With this air raid offense, man, they just gotta just find a consistent running game with David Johnson, man. Make the running game more consistent. And they got to be better in the red zone, man, because they end up settling for 3 field goals early in this game that could have been a difference in this game by them pulling out the win, yo. Then you had the Seattle Seahawks beating the Pittsburgh Steelers 28-26. Of course, the big news of this game, man, is quarterback Ben Roethlisberger left the first half with some elbow discomfort, and come to find out today he's gonna have season-ending surgery on his elbow, yo. Um, Probably like this is just really tough for him, really tough for the Steelers, man. You know this. Just Big Ben been dealt with a lot, man. The last few months, man. First he loses his all pro, all everything running back to free agency, Le'Veon Bell. Though James kind of filled in for him, nicely last season. Then you have the debacle with Antonio Brown, when Antonio Brown is coming out basically saying, I was never friends with this man. This man is always calling me out in the media, and that, which Big Ben has done that. You know, all that going on, and then he's coming in, new season, new receiving core, and it got off to a very bad start, man. Against the New England Patriots, it was just a, it was just a bloodshed, man. It was just bad up there, man. Then they come home first half, things ain't looking good in the first half neither, yo. And now he has the elbow injury, he's out for the season, man. Prayers for him. You wonder if this makes him, he was kind of contemplating retirement a couple of years ago. Ironically, then they drafted Mason Rudolph, and he had a little problem with them taking him in at the third round, I want to say, when he felt like the team could have get better. But I mean, here we go. It's the Mason Rudolph show now, and we're gonna see if this maybe be the end of Ben Roethlisberger, or he does want to come back next season better than ever, yo. As far as for the game, shout out to the Seattle Seahawks, man. After really struggling at home for the most part against a team that's not as talented as they are in the Cincinnati Bengals, they pulled that win out at the end. It wasn't pretty. Russell Wilson was getting sacked a lot. Chris Carson fumbled the ball twice. You know, but they found a way to get it done, man. They found a way to pull it out, man. DK Metcalf as has emerged, the rookie DK Metcalf has emerged as a real solid number one wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks, man. Despite the fumbles, Chris Carson ran hard. Rashad Penny had a really nice touchdown run. And Will Dissley, man, they don't really use him much in the 20s, between from 20 to 20. But once they get in the red zone, man, he caught him 2 touchdowns yesterday. And of course, Russell Wilson is just a model of consistency, man. He's going to give that team a great opportunity to win week in and week out, man, with just his cerebralness and just his ability to make plays and keep the chains moving and leading that team. And for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, I'm gonna say this though. Mason Rudolph played kind of solid once he got out there, yo. He hit a couple of passes. He hit a deep pass to JuJu during the game. Got a couple of touchdowns. They used their touchdown. They tight end in the red zone also, as Vance McDonald got a couple of touchdowns. But for Pittsburgh, man, I'm glad they made this move, man. And you could have seen it last week. Donte Moncrief is terrible, man. He is not a good wide receiver. They need to not have him. If they could, they need to just flat out release him. Because, I mean, last week against New England with the drops, and then he came back again yesterday with more drops again, yo. They need to let these JuJu be out there with these young guys like Washington and all the other youngsters, man. I don't understand the signing anyway. I didn't. He was okay with the Indianapolis Colts, I guess, for a year or two. He didn't do smack anything in Jacksonville, but probably had like 1 or 2 good games. I mean, I know he's a veteran, could come in and maybe help the wide receiver run, but he's not a very good player at this point in his career. And the Pittsburgh Steelers did the right thing, taking him off the field after a ball that goes through his hands ends up being intercepted at a crucial point in the game when Pittsburgh was trying to make a run to win the game. And that's 2 points. They lost by 2 points, and that's an extra drive that they could have had. So good for them getting him out of there, man. He's not very good right now, yo. But tough for Pittsburgh, man. They 0-2. We're going to really see what Mason Rudolph is made of. As obviously now he's going to go in there every week as a starter. This is his opportunity. This is his opportunity to show that he is a franchise quarterback in this league. That he is the heir apparent to Ben Roethlisberger, yo. as they've given away Joshua Dobbs to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's all Mason Rudolph now, yo. And I thought he played okay yesterday. Like I said, didn't get help from guys like Donte Moncrief. They couldn't really come up with a stop at the end to get him the ball back down to. But, you know, I think I like what I seen out of him yesterday. We'll see how he does once he officially under center after he had a whole week to prepare. But prayers to Ben Roethlisberger, man. Bad situation with him. Elbow surgery. He will miss the remainder of the season. Prayers for Big Ben, yo. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. I'm going to have Philadelphia Eagles and NFL content throughout the year. Also on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific, I will do a live Q&A. Y'all come on there, ask me anything. I'll answer your questions, and I'll also shout you out on the live, yo. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.